welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my plans for September. Now, I know it's mid-August and you guys are probably wondering why on earth are you filming this now and posting it now? Well, that's because I actually have a lot of stuff going on now over the last 2 weeks of August, and I wanted to get all my coloring books in order for September for myself and put them in a pile, and that way when September rolls around I could just grab them and start coloring in them. So I have a lot of crafts and hobbies I like to do, so I try and prioritize so I can kind of get everything in, and coloring is my favorite, so I can pretty much do that all month long. But then at the end of the month I try and journal a little bit, catch up with my reading journal, my coloring journal, my diamond paintings, and I want to start coloring some of the ceramics I have. So I want to start trying to get that out of the way. So I kind of leave myself like a week or two to do stuff like that, and plus other things that need to be done, like organize my craft room again, because by the end of the month it's a mess and all that. So anyway, I figured I would just film it and post it now. I just want to show you guys just one or two things real quick before I dive right in. If you follow the channel, you know I do a random generator wheel, and I've been picking 10 coloring books. Well, the wheel's picking 10 books, and then I go through it with you guys and I pick a page, and then the wheel has been picking pencils for me, and the wheel has been picking 2 color cubes. So I already did that. I did the generator wheel, and I'm just going to go over it with you guys. So if you don't follow the channel, pretty much I just went through my coloring book collection and I just wrote down all my coloring books and numbered them. And it's not in any order by artist or book series. It's just random. And then the wheel picks it. I think I had 247 when I did this. I think I missed a shelf. I need to check on that too. And then I purchased like 3 books in August. But those books you'll see in the completed page video, because it's only 3 books. I'm not going to do its own haul video for that. And pretty much I'm coloring in them. So you'll see those in August. I mean, at the end of August. But because I do the wheel, and because I do different things, like I pick out 10 books and then I pick out pencils, I have to keep resetting the wheel. So what I did was I just kind of made this little sheet and I laminated. It's nothing great. I mean, I could have went all out, but I didn't. And I just pretty much numbered 1 to 340 because I think that'll cover me for a while. And then as the wheel picks out the books, at the end of the month, I'm going to be I just punch holes in the ones I colored and that it picked out. That way, if the next month it picks out number 36 again, I know, oh, no, I already colored in 36. Like 3 months ago, there's a hole punched in it. Because I want to utilize all my coloring books. So that's why I'm doing the tracker. I want to color in every coloring book. So that's why I did that. And yes, I do veto some. I'm a seasonal colorist. I don't really like to color Christmas, even during Christmas. So I'm not coloring Christmas in June. Like, you know, but eventually this will all be filled, even if it's growing. So we'll see. All right, now let me see. So September is Spacetember, and I actually love to participate in Spacetember. It's one of the fun hashtags I enjoy. I do mermaid, but I don't love coloring mermaids. So Spacetember I do, but I do want to use my collection, and I don't want to kind of pause on that roll I'm on. So the generator picked out some books, 10 books, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books. And I tried to pick out a page that kind of had some type of element of space, even if it's not full on Spacetember, something that it maybe has planets or stars or just something. So I feel like I am kind of participating more than I am, because that's what I wanted to do. So now I'm going to show you the books that it picked out, and then I'm going to show you and then tell you about the books that I want to color in that are not here, because maybe they're in the other pile. But okay, so it picked out Hide and Seek by R.J. Hampson. Now I have the hardback for this because I would like to complete it eventually. I have a whip in here, and okay, so but the wheel picked out Hide and Seek, but I think I'm going to swap it out for Lost and Found. Oops. And the reason I'm going to do that is because in Lost and Found, there is this kind of space page. And it's got the astronaut, and then it has like a bunch of other elements of space. It's got like little aliens and spacecrafts. I mean, it's got other stuff going on, but it's got some space themed elements in it. So I'm going to swap it out, and I'm going to color in this one for September, or try to, because that's, you know, I just happened to come across that page, so I was like, oh, that's perfect. But then I noticed in here there is this kind of Halloween page, so I'm going to save this for October. So I'm going to keep this book out for October, but I'm going to swap it out, and I'm going to color in Lost and Found. So I did kind of alter the wheel a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm still doing an R.J. Hampson, but it's going to be Lost and Found instead of Hide and Seek. Then I have to color in, which is not, it did not pick this out. I picked this out for myself, is Camilla Angelkova's 50 Space Theme Miniatures, because this book is just space, and I colored in it last year, and I love this book. I love coloring in this book, but I'm not going to pick out a page yet. I have a whip in here. I'm going to wait until September actually rolls around, and then I'm going to see what actually calls out to me, and then color maybe a page or two in there. Now, I also am coloring in, sorry for the shadow, guys. I'm also coloring in each month. I'm coloring in 50 mythical minis, and I'm coloring in 50 dragon themed minis. So I'm hoping to at least get one page in here colored, because I'm on a roll with the other two. I'd like to complete them eventually, and I kind of would like to put one of them on my list of books to complete for next year. So I kind of want to make a dent in one of those two now. But for Spacetember, I will definitely be coloring a page in here. I'm just going to wait until September rolls around and see where it takes me, and then pick a page in there. So that, again, I'm sorry, is 50 space themed miniatures. What else do we have here? Then, not picked by the wheel, but is Fuzzy Meowies. This is one. There's two, and I just purchased three, which I colored in, so that'll be my completed page video. They're adorable little cute and cozy things, and they're based on movies, but they've got cats in them. And I would like to color E.T. for September, because he's an alien, you know, he's an alien. So I would like to get E.T. colored for September, so I picked out this book to put on my list, and that's Fuzzy Meowies by Mojito, and it's actually really cute. I've colored pages in here over the past couple of months. My cat's gonna start crying because, you know, I'm not paying attention to her. For Mermaid, I colored the Little Mermaid, and then I colored in Fuzzy Meowies 2 and colored in Fuzzy Meowies 3. All right, so that is my plans for this for September. Then, I don't know, I think I might have bit off a little more than I can chew by adding this to the list. But I'm going to try and color in Alien Worlds. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this coloring book. It has grown on me significantly since it came out, I have to say. But I've been focusing on Dark Fairy Tales. I colored 2 pages in Dark Fairy Tales in August, and I'm having a lot of fun in Dark Fairy Tales. My favorite one is Mythomorphia, and up until recently, I've been focusing on Mythomorphia, so it's nice now to be in Dark Fairy Tales. I finally found my groove in Dark Fairy Tales. I took a while before I can get coloring in it because I feel intimidated by the pictures, but I think I'm good now. But I would like to try and color a page in here. However, I have no idea which page in here I'm going to color, because these pages take a while. Now, obviously, it would be alien related because not everything in here has a planet or something like that, but they're all aliens. But there was one page that did kind of call out to me. Let me see. I didn't mark it because I'm kind of like, maybe I'll color in it, maybe I won't. I did like this huge double page spread at some point. I laminated the sheets, the pages in here. I was trying something new because I wasn't 100% crazy about the book, so I didn't care if it didn't work out. It didn't work out, so I won't be going forward doing that in here, but I'm just trying to, I know it's on this side, the page that, this one. Oh, I did mark it. Hello. So I thought maybe I would color this one because we have like the astronaut here, and I feel like, I don't know, I could either still do like springy colors or bright, vibrant colors, or I can do like September, like autumnal colors. I don't know, but this is the page that called out to me. So this is the page I'm most likely going to try and color in September in Alien Worlds. And I'm really liking this page, so I'm really hoping to get, you know, get that colored. And then at least I'll get another page done in here. Now, the wheel picked out this mythographic, this one, the Aviary. And I there's a, you know, I found this page here, which pretty much is constellations and stars and planets, moon phases or whatever. So I'm going to put this on, the wheel picked out, and this was the page I picked. So keeping up with the Spacetember theme. There's other pages in here that I would rather color, but I'm going to try and accomplish this page. Challenge myself a little bit, color something I normally wouldn't want to, but, you know, keep up with the Spacetember theme. And this is one of my favorite mythographics, and I have colored a bunch of pages in here. I have some whips. This is my favorite page colored in here, but we'll see. So I'm hoping to get to that page. This cat's gonna drive me mad. I love her so much, but she'll literally ignore me until the minute I'm doing something, and then it's like, hey, I'm the star of the show, right? And she's allowed because she's super cute. All right, next up, we have Picked by the Wheel. Stop it, Loki. Picked by the Wheel is Eerie Magic Land. I believe that's the translation. It's the new one. And I picked this page here because it's got some planets in it and stuff. And I thought this would be a fun page to color. Now, there's a lot going on. And normally I don't pick pages with a lot going on. But I figured maybe I could do a limited color palette and I can get some pages in here colored. Now, I think I have a whip, which is actually on the other side of the page here. So it would be nice if I could squeeze that in too and get rid of this. I was flipping through this book and it's actually quite cute. This page here also has some planets and a sun. I don't know. So I'm focusing on this to color, but I'm not ruling out maybe doing this one instead because it's less going on. It's more like focused and contained. So I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. However, this book, it's really, really cute. And I like that it's one of like the smaller ones. So I don't know. It might be a focus book for myself for next year. We'll see. We'll see. And that's Eerie Magic Land. So we'll see which page in that I color. The wheel picked out Huga Heaven. And this one is by Sue. And hold on one second, please. I just closed my door. Maybe she'll go play with her toys because I only bought her like a gazillion toys. All right, so here we have the Huga Heaven, and I picked out this page here. So wasn't a lot of space themed pages in here, but this one has a moon and some stars, and I thought maybe I can do like a galaxy background color for this page to kind of keep up with like the spacey theme. Make it more space related. So we'll see if I can do that. So this is the page I picked down. This book is super cute too. I mean, all these cute and cozy books really are. Some cute Halloween pages in here. Yeah. I need to also go through my books and I want to start picking out my Halloween books. I think October might be the only month I don't do a generator wheel because I really love Halloween and spooky coloring, and I might just want to pick out all my own stuff for, you know, October. But yeah, so we have Huga, I think it's pronounced Huga Heaven, and then I'm gonna do this page. Next up, so I'm a little on the fence with this one. This is Matchick Mouse, and this is Picked by the Wheel. It's 25 Days of Kindness, and it is geared towards the holiday season because it's 25 days. So I guess it came out last December, like an Advent kind of coloring book, but there's no dates or anything like that. It's just 25 pictures, and some of them they're winter themed. They have holly, or you know, the mouse is wearing a kind of like a Santa hat with a pom-pom. I'm leaving it on because the wheel picked it out. Clearly there's no space things in this book, but the least seasonal Christmassy winter page was this. Now there is snow outside, but I figured maybe I can get this page colored. Basically, he's just being kind. He looks like he's sick and he's drinking some tea. So it's not kind of Christmassy. He doesn't have on his Santa hat. If I don't want to color snow, I can black out the windows and make it nighttime. Or I can make the windows like a galaxy sky. So, you know, to pretend it's like, you know, something spacey in there. So I picked this page. And I'm not totally taking it off the table, but I'm not totally convinced I'm going to color in it. Though I really do like this book. Is actually really cute. It's not something I would be opposed to coloring in other times of the year because, you know, it's not totally like Christmas in your face. You know, but we'll see. There are a lot of holly leaves and Christmas bows and whatnot, but the images are really cute. So this is Matchick Mouse, 25 Days of Kindness. Now, all these books now are the wheel. Generate a wheel, picked out Circle of Life. When this book first came out, I was in love with it. I colored quite a couple pages in here, and then I just stopped. I lost interest. Some of these pages, you know, do have planets and moons and stuff, but this one to me was the most space themed. It's got this huge planet here, then it's got these little moons and stuff. So maybe I'll color this page, but I'm going to be honest. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to get to this. There are other pages in here I might want to color instead. So I might just omit this and put it back in the rotation. And maybe the wheel will pick it down the line. Or I might just say, okay, you know what? I'm just not going to color a space themed page. And I'm just going to color something that calls out to me in here. I flagged the one page space themed with moons and suns and stars and planets. But I'm not 100% I'm going to want to color in it. So we'll see. And this is Circle of Life by Melapanani. Chatsinipikochu. I don't know. I can't realize. We all know who she is. The wheel picked out a Josh Lee book, which I was super happy about because I love Josh Lee. So I have his little fantasy book, and this is the book it picked out. And I selected this page here, which is not space themed. Nothing in here really is. I mean, there are some things in here where there may be a planet like here, but I don't want to color the images in here. The only image that actually called out to me was this one, and I just flagged it to color. So I might want to color in this one. I might want to color this page for September. And that's the Josh Lee little fantasy book. I love Josh Lee, but I don't love this book. I feel like his images were just drawn and then copied onto the paper. I mean, I yes, I know that's what they do, or whatever. But what I'm saying is it looks like I cut it out and then photocopied it on my own paper. That's what I meant to say. Looks like I cut this image out and I just had the image and then I put it over white paper and photocopied it. I don't really like the paper, and I don't like the constitution of how the images look in this book. But a lot of these images are also in the Huga Heaven edition, which is a little bit better paper. But the wheel picked out this book, and this is the book I'm going to color in. I'll just make it work. Kind of happy that the wheel picked out Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson. And I didn't pick a page out in here. I like to look at Hannah's books and coloring her images. It takes me a little bit. I have a lot of whips in her books. So, I don't know. I was thinking perhaps this page, because there's a moon and some stars here. Not really spacey, but we do have stars and moons and whatever. So, it's still kind of something to do with in space. But I feel like I wish it was like there was more of a space theme page in here. But I think that's the page I'm going to color. Nothing else in here is really calling out to me. Now, when I get to sit down in September, whenever that may be, to actually, color in this book, I don't know, maybe I will pick a different page. And we have this page here with these moons and the stars and the sun. But I don't really know if I want to color a portrait. So I'm going to play it by ear. I'm going to leave the page that I have flagged. Oh, well, I didn't even flag it, to be honest. It's this page here. I should just flag it. so I don't forget. This page here. And we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I may totally just color a portrait or something with no moons or suns or space or anything in it, but we'll see. So that's my plan for Midnight Masquerade. And I don't think, aside from that one page I just showed you guys, this is the first page I colored in this book when I got it. It was only pencils, and I'm not 100% into how my Prismacolors perform in this book on her books, so I'm going to probably go in with base them in Tombow and then shade with either Black Widow or shade with, I don't know, then maybe shade with Prisma. We'll see. But I'm not going to go in with straight pencil. But I'm actually happy to pick this book because I do love all of her books, and I don't really color in them enough. When I pull a book of hers off the shelves, it's usually Soulmates, which is the same as Spirit Animals, and I always have whips in them. So let's hope I get a full page colored in here. Just 2 more generated by the wheel. The wheel picked this Bekimoto, The Amazing World of Fantastic Creature. Now, this book is no longer available on Amazon. And it's a little weird. They're all like alien-like creatures. But I had a whip in here, and it was this elephant with this planet moon here. So I'm going to color this. It's going to be a quick, easy coloring for myself. And it's got this planet here. So it, you know, kind of rolls with space. And it'll just get this whip done. I've colored pages in this book before. I do like this book. I thought it was, you know, I've had it since 2022. But I feel like there's somebody out there who draws like this. I don't know who it is. But yeah, so... But I purchased this book, I think in 21 or 22, or 2022, yes, 2022. And yeah, this came out in 2022. That's when it was on Amazon, and that's when I colored it in, when I bought it. Last time I looked, it wasn't available anymore, but I haven't looked in a while. So this is The Amazing World of Fantastic Creature by Bekimoto. And then the wheel picked a Hannah Lynn book. I haven't picked up a Hannah Lynn book in quite some time because the past 2 years, her books have been on my list to complete for the year. Like her books, one of her books have been a project book for me for the past 2 years. In 2023, it was, I think it was Enchanted Faces, no, or Sweet and Simple, one of those. And I did not. I think I had like 3 pages or something really close to being done, but I didn't finish it. And then in 2024, I believe I did her Sweet and Fancy Fantasy Faces, the book with the really long and unnecessarily long name. And I finished that book. I had the PDF and I finished it. And now for 2025, I didn't pick anything of Hannah Lynn. So I'm kind of happy to pick this. So this is Fairy Tale Princess Storybook. I did not select a page in here. Basically because I don't think there's anything space themed in here. And these pages are a little detailed to some extent. I mean, that's Tinkerbell. I mean, I could do her easy peasy. And, you know, it's got some stars, but it's not really space. Peter Pan. I don't know. There are some pages in here that are calling out to me. But I'm just going to see what I feel like coloring when I sit down. And I might have the PDF version of this book. So maybe if I do, I'll print out a page. If I have ink. I don't even think I have ink in my printer for something like that. So I don't know. Pinocchio maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I am looking forward to coloring something in here. No mermaid, that's for sure. But we'll see. So when September comes and I sit down, I'll decide which page in this Hannah Lynn Princess's storybook that I want to color. So we'll see. So those are the books that the wheel picked out. And then I showed you a couple that I want to color on my own. And then also added to the list of books I want to color on my own is going to be possibly a 3D mandala book I have, depending if I get to it, a page. And then always Reptiloids. I buddy color with Christina from Christina's Art Corner in Reptiloids. We haven't picked out a page for September yet, but hopefully we'll get a page there in that book done in September. And I think, oh, and Matchick Mouse Springtime. that is my book to complete for this year. I have 1 page left, guys. I have 1 page left, and then I am done in that book. But those are in my completed page pile because I've colored in them. So I'll show you those books later this month. But yeah, so those are the books, my plans for September. Now the wheel also picked out a random color pencil. It picked out Marquardt pencils. I don't even know if they make those anymore, if you can get them on Amazon. I've had those pencils, I want to say, since 2020, maybe 2021. Maybe 2020. I don't know. I've had them since one of those years, 2021 or 2020. And I really like them. I kind of feel like they perform like the Arteza Expert perform. Do they even make those anymore? I don't even know. I don't know. These are pencils I don't pull out off my shelf. So that's why I'm doing this wheel to pick out my pencils. So pencil is Marquardt. And then I have to pick a book to color with the Marquardt pencils. And then the wheel picked out 2 color cubes. I have the color cubes in a binder. It's just easier for me to flip through and look. I was wasting too much time pulling out palettes and looking, and then after a while everything just kind of looked the same to me. So it picked out number 143. Now these are in pockets, so I apologize for a glare. It picked out number 143, which is very autumn themed, autumnal. It's got these beautiful autumn colors, so I could definitely pick a page with that and color just with those colors. Maybe add like a brown if there's a tree or something. Now, usually I would say, hey, I'm like I did this month. I just use the 1 palette on a whole page. But due to the nature of the books and the pages that I picked for September, I'm just going to try and use all those colors in a page and not worry about just focusing all the palette on the page. And then it picked out number 341, which is browns. So I kind of had browns this month in August, so I'm not super excited about that. But I can definitely utilize these colors in a page. So that's where I'm going with that. I was kind of hoping for something more vibrant and, you know, that I could use like all the colors like on a space page, but I'll just try and incorporate them in one element. Like maybe if there's a tree, I'll just do a tree with those autumn colors, like, you know, and use the palette for that tree only. Or maybe if there's like something in a background, I'll just use these, you know. I was trying to use them all, like I said, on a page and challenge myself, but I can't do that every time because I'm not picking it. So we'll see. So yeah, so that's what the wheel has picked out for me for September. And I'm really, really excited about it. Again, I get excited now because I wouldn't usually pick these books. And normally I'm like, oh, if you watch my videos, I'm like, I don't like this book. I don't like this book I picked. But actually, like, all the books I picked in September. And I think when I did the wheel, I only vetoed 1 or 2 because they were Halloween books I picked. And I want to color Halloween books in October. So anyway, so those are all my plans for September. I'm hoping to get to it. And there's who's to say I'm not going to add an extra page. An extra book, I mean, you know, because I know everybody posts their planned videos later in the month and then I get inspiration with books and pages. So there may be other things, you know, in my September coloring bag. We'll see. But these are the things I picked out so far. And now they will go in a neat little pile in the corner of my craft room somewhere and be waiting for me when September rolls around. And that's pretty much it, guys. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, so it helps the little channel grow. And I guess I'll see you guys soon with the completed page video, more towards the end of the month. Thanks again, guys. Bye.